Alright, so I thought it'd be a fun video today to go ahead and take a look at what the reviews are for the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Galaxy Z Flip 5 on BestBuy.com. If you guys are new to the channel, I do own both the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and of course the Galaxy Z Flip 5. I did pick up both of these and I absolutely love both of them. Let's go ahead though and get right into what the reviews are for these two devices. Now, there's not as many reviews as probably other websites are, and obviously we're only in the first month of these phones coming out. So there's going to be not as much reviews as we would get, later down the line, but let's go ahead and just see what we got. So starting off right away, let's go ahead and look at the worst review, which is a 3-star review, and there's only one of them. Alright, so the 3-star review that is actually on here from BestBuy.com is this. Don't like how the keyboard is set up for a 7.6-inch display. I like keyboard to get I like keyboard together. I think they mean I like the keyboard together, not split. Plus Bixby is garbage. The Play Store apps don't work right. The camera 50 megapixel is nice to have. The Fold phone is not for everyone. I looked at the demo of it today. It's not for me. It's not for me. Now gaming, I can see this give you a ton of room for your hands. English, I'm hoping, is not their first language. That's all I have to say there. Because I butchered some words too, but that was pretty awful to read. It said this reviewer received a promo consideration or sweepstakes entry for writing a review. So so they didn't buy the actual phone. They literally just went to Best Buy, looked at the phone, and said, "Oh, let me look at the demo unit," and said, this phone looks actually pretty okay. Oh wait, no, I don't like it because I can't use the keyboard correctly. I mean, in all honesty, I don't love the keyboard on this phone. I'm not gonna lie to you, the keyboard is not the greatest of all time. Yeah, it is, set up for a 7.6-inch display, which, makes sense because the inside display is 7.6 inches. But, yeah, it's not the best keyboard of all time, but it's not really that horrendous, and the outside keyboard is actually pretty decent. I don't have any issue at all. So I'm not sure how that's a problem for them, but you know what? Listen, it seems like they've had more issues than just that, because that was a very hard read to read. Alright, let's go 4 stars. Can't get worse, right? Okay, so we have how many 4-star reviews? 1 4-star review. So it's a great phone. A few small changes, but no real changes from last year. Wait. Few small changes, but no real changes from last year. Listen. Once you start using this phone more, you realize that it is actually different than last year. It's one of those things where it's like on paper it doesn't look like it's different, but it is. First off, the hinge is completely different, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's 1,000 times better. Not having all those gaps in your display on both sides when you are using it is actually really nice to, not have to worry about, I just smashed it, not to worry about using, worry about things falling in there like little grains of salt and stuff like that. Not grains of salt, but like dirt and, stuff in your pocket. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, there is still gaps. Obviously, with a case is better, but there are still gaps. But other than that, of course, the big difference is going to be the inside display here does actually get a little bit brighter. It has more nits of brightness, which is a huge W. It does have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, which is, of course, overclocked, which is nice. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, overall-wise, it's still a really great phone. When you use it, it feels like it has been improved, but again, on paper, yeah, it's pretty much the same phone. I'll give them that. I will give them that. All right, so we got some 5-star reviews. So I feel like 5-star reviews are always some negatives that people say in 5-star reviews. Sometimes not always. But let's see. Features are the best. Fold functions bring some changes in usage. Maybe I just can't read today. And usage, which is good. Fold functions brings some change in usage, which is good. Okay. I don't think that was actually English. This phone is a beast. No slowdown, no stuttering. If you multitask, then there is no equal to this. I will actually agree with that. I have not used the. I know I've used the Pixel Fold one time, and I haven't had really an issue with it. But coming from a Surface Duo 1 and 2, where glitches and issues and screen tearing stuff like that is a common thing. I will say overall wise, I've said many times it's the most polished device on the market. Okay. Most polished device on the market at this moment in time when it comes to foldable cell phones. Obviously, we're going to see OnePlus come out with their cell phone sometime soon. And Google Pixel, while it's great, it is a first-gen product, so it's not perfect. We're going to see a lot more polished devices, which is awesome. This person said an extremely polished phone, exactly what I just said, which is awesome. Great case, great feel and durable, but bit slick, but it felt amazing. Wait, what do you mean great case? You are reviewing the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. That's not a case. I guess they mean the body. But the body isn't really slick, it's glass. Like, if I take this off, I'm not going to, but it's just glass underneath. That's all the body is. My husband loves this new phone. We're happy we got this. It's a great phone. I'm going to say this right now. I love this phone more than anything. Always team Samsung. Just upgrade from my Z Fold 3. I think that's what this phone really was for. I'll be honest with you, was people who saw the Z Fold 3 and they upgraded from that phone, and this was truly a huge upgrade from that phone. Z Fold 5, nice switch from iOS, my first foldable phone, and I'm in love. I always say, once you get your first foldable phone, that's the phone you fall in love with for life. For the price, it can't be beat. For the price, it can't be beat. I don't think many people would agree with you at $1,800. I'm just going to tell you right now, it is definitely up there in price. So not many people are going to agree with you for $1,800 that this phone can't be beat. Love the Galaxy line, but this has to be the best yet. Battery life improved super fast. The battery life is exactly the same. I hate to tell you that. It's actually exactly the same. This product works very well, very perfectly, and staff explanation was awesome. Attendance was beautiful. Okay, so I guess they kind of got a little bit of a walkthrough of it. The best Android phone ever I have ever used, but problem is nobody wants to take pictures. LOL. Picture quickly is like a DSLR. I don't agree with that. It depends on what camera you use. I right now have an A7 III right here pointed at me. This thing can shutter count and how fast it can click. I think it can do 1,000 images, burst images at one time. While this phone, you're not going to get that. So, I'm not saying 100%. And every time I pick this phone up, it literally just vibrates. I'm just trying to see if anything happens there. Anyway, so I don't 100% agree with that. Okay, I want to see what the Z Flip 5 reviews are. Because there's a little bit more Z Flip 5 reviews. So I'm interested to see how that looks. Alright. Move this over. Not for me. Okay, we got a great one all the way. 1-star review. And you guys follow my channel, you know I actually like the Z Fold 5, Z Flip 5, surprisingly enough, more than the Z Fold 5. And that's saying a lot because I used to hate these Z Flip devices, but now I have grown to love this one. I own a Z Flip 3 and I just hated it. Anyway though, very small. Is a phone that if you are not going to use much, the screen is not that clear. Camera is not that good. I will say overall wise, this is obviously the best camera of any Z Flip device so far. And the camera's actually pretty dang good. I will definitely tell you that. Now, I guess they mean this is their secondary device, which I will say for a secondary device, if you're going to go for foldable phones, go with the Z Fold 5. Don't go with this phone because this phone is going to be very similar to whatever candy bar cell phone you're coming from or you have as your mainly daily driver, and you're not really going to see that much of a difference because when it's folded open, it's pretty much the same. Now, I feel like with this phone, the real big kicker is if you can utilize this outside display, it's going to be your best friend. Not everyone can do that, though. So, I'm not too surprised by that, but at the same time, it is what it is. Alright, 4 stars. First, Samsung. Okay. I think a lot of people kind of fall in that boat with the Z Flip 5. This is actually a decent phone. Not better than my iPhone in terms of camera, but there's more customization. And people say I sound better. Little slimmer than the iPhone, and the battery life isn't great either. Camera also sucks when zooming. Took it to a concert first night, had to zoom had it and Zoom sucked. Other than that, no complaints. Face ID also isn't great either. Face ID is trash just because of the fact that you got to keep in mind it's underneath of plastic, right, for the Face ID. That's why I use a fingerprint reader. It's so much easier. Especially if you're going to a concert in a dark environment. Might as well just have a fingerprint reader. I thought I would love this, but honestly not worth it. Just get the Galaxy S23 Plus. It's a better battery and camera. It also can often be sold on sale. The display can be fragile on there, no real benefit, but it's a good phone. If you really want it, end up swapping it for the S23 Plus. Again, it's this is why it's always hard to really make the argument for these phones. I'm trying to hold in the same frame here. Is because foldable cell phones, it's really about multitasking. That's what it's about. People buy them and they think like, oh, I just want to buy them because it's a cool gadget, and then they kind of like it's it's one of those gimmicks where after a week or so it wears off of them because again they're not buying it for multitasking. They're buying it for let me go on Twitter or let me go on my email. Let me search my email. Blah blah blah. They're not using it for like email, YouTube, multitasking, workflow, like. That's what these phones are great for. Or gaming. And I guess most people aren't going to be using these for gaming. When it comes to like more business and professional people, especially people who are commenting on a review on BestBuy.com, they're probably not using it for gaming. But there is a lot of positive reviews, which is exactly what you expect to see, because this phone is actually amazing. But guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.